Okay, Mr. Jose, welcome to our company. Today
Okay.
is your interview section. So I will be your interviewers. Without further ado, let's start this interview by the first question. I need you to tell about yourself. Please tell me about yourself.
Okay, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Jose Sabra, and I am currently a second year of vocational high school student, majoring in software engineering. Although I am still in vocational high school, I have been actively developing my skills as a full stack developer. My main stack includes Laravel for backend development, and then MySQL for the database management, and modern front-end technologies such as HTML, CSS, Tailwind, and JavaScript. I also have experience building mobile application using Flutter. And then what makes me different from many students of my level is that I do not just focus on completing assignment. I build real projects such as authentication system with role-based access control and payroll management systems, card applications, and REST API integrations. I am passionate about writing clean, maintainable code and understanding how systems work end to end, from database schema design to UL implementation. And then my goal is to continuously grow into a professional full stack engineer who not only writes code but also understands architecture, scalability, and user experience.
Okay, so what interests you about this role?
Okay, I am interested in this full stack developer role because it allows me to work across both backend and front end layers. I enjoy backend development because I like designing database structures and optimize queries and building secure authentication systems. At the same time, I also enjoy front-end development because it directly impacts user experience.
Okay, next, I need to know about your strength. Can you tell me about your greatest strengths?
Okay, my greatest strength is my ability to learn independently and adapt quickly. Since I'm still in vocational high school, I understand that I need to work harder to complete with more experienced developers. Because of that, I regularly teach myself new tools and technologies through documentation and project based on learning. Another strength is my focus on clean code and structure. I try to follow best practice such as MVC architecture in Laravel, proper folder organization, meaningful variable naming, and separating business logic from presentation logic. I am also consistent when I start building some things. I make sure I finish it.
Okay, so and then for the next, what is your weaknesses?
One of my weaknesses is that I sometimes spend too much time revealing details, especially in UI design or refactoring backend logic. As a student, I want everything to be perfect, which can slow me down. However, I am learning to balance perfection with productivity by setting time limits and focusing on delivering working solution first, then improving them incrementally. Another limitation is that I am still building professional experience in large team environment, but I am actively improving by practicing collaboration using Git and structured project workflow.
Okay, so I need your reason. Why do you want to work in our company?
I want to work in this company because I see that your organization values innovation and structured development process. As a student, I am not only looking for a job, I am looking for a learning environment where I can grow under professional standards. I believe working here will expose me to real production systems, code reviews, and scalable architecture, which are things I cannot fully experience only in school projects.
Okay, so maybe if you work here, you will have many tasks or many jobs. So how do you handle the stress?
I handle stress by breaking large problems into smaller, manageable tasks. In programming, complex issues and can feel overwhelming. Instead of panicking, I isolate the problem, whether it is database logic or API response errors or front-end rendering issues. I also use structured debugging methods such as checking logs, printing variables, and reviewing documents carefully. Since I am still a student, balancing school and projects, time management is essential. I prioritize tasks and set realistic deadlines.
Okay, so what about your achievement? What is your greatest achievement?
My greatest achievement so far is building a complete payroll management system using Laravel. The system included role-based authentication, salary calculation logic, submission requests, admin approval workflow, and a structural database schema. What makes it meaningful is that I built in it independently from planning to deployment. It was not just about writing code, it required system design thinking. As a student, being able to build a structured system like that gives me confidence that I am progressing toward professional standards.
Okay, and then what do you think? Why should we hire you?
You should hire me because I combine strong technical foundations with a high learning drive. Even though I am still in vocational high school, I already understand backend architecture, database relationships, RESTful APIs, and front-end integration. I am highly motivated, adaptable. I'm highly motivated, adaptable, and not afraid of challenge. I see feedback as an opportunity to improve. I may be young in experience, but I bring energy, discipline, and a long-term growth mindset.
Okay, so what about mistakes? What mistake did you ever make while learning or working?
One mistake I made was hard coding sensitive configuration values directly into my source code when I first learned backend development. Later, I understood that this is not secure and not scalable. I learned about environment variables and configuration management. This mistake taught me the importance of security practice and thinking beyond just making it work. Now, I always separate environment configuration from application logic.
Okay, so and then what is the last thing that you teach to yourself?
The last thing I taught myself was implementing role-based access control using Laravel Bliss and middleware. I studied how authentication words work, how middleware retrieves routes, and how to structure user roles properly in the database. I prefer learning through building, so I create a small system with admin and user roles to fully understand the concept.
Okay, so for the last, do you have any question for our company?
Yes, I do. The first is, what does the onboarding process look like for junior developers in this company? And the second is, how does your team handle code reviews and feedback? And lastly, what technologies or architectural patterns are most commonly used in your production environment?
Okay, so thank you for all the answer. It will be informed on your way on and also your email. So thank you for coming and thank you for today. Good afternoon and have a nice day.
Okay, thank you.